Hey guys, I thought I would sit down and do a Q&A video. I did one once before, but it's been a little while and I found some other random questions, so I thought I would just sit down and answer them for you. Some of them my cousin sent to me, so I'll get to them when I get to them, but I'm gonna go ahead and read through the questions and yeah. So the first one is, if you could live in a book, TV show, or movie, what would it be? I would live in Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls. I am obsessed with their little town. I think it's amazing. I love all the people and the quirkiness and just how everybody's so close and like they love each other, and I don't know. I would definitely choose Stars Hollow. It's like the best fictional town ever, and I wish so badly that it was real. If you could bring back one musician from the dead, who would it be and why? I would have to say Freddie Mercury because Queen. Queen is not Queen without Freddie Mercury. He was phenomenal. His voice was amazing. I grew up listening to Queen because Queen is my dad's favorite band, and so I know like all the lyrics to every song and just tidbits about Queen and everything. It's just such a shame that he died when he did. He was so young and just so talented. So yeah, I would say Freddie Mercury. What animal best represents you and why? I'm gonna have to go with the sloth. Just because they move really slow and they're always sleeping, and not that I get sleep, but I guess if I could be an animal, I would be a sloth. If you can have one superpower, what would it be and how would you use it? I would want to have invisibility, and I would use it to mess with people. Like, I would move their stuff around or just play tricks on them, like I guess a ghost would do. If I wish a ghost would do that to me, but that's never happened. But I would choose invisibility. I've always kind of wanted to be invisible anyway, so I just think that that would be a lot of fun. If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future? As much as I would love to go to the future to see like what's in store, to see what's gonna happen, I would go back to the past. Two different trips if that were allowed. My first trip would be just to go back and kind of to my childhood and like really cherish all the moments I had with my dad, with both my parents, with my whole family. Because you don't realize, especially as a kid, that you take so many things for granted. And I just would have enjoyed things with my parents a lot more than I did as a kid. And just to go back and hang out and see my dad again and laugh with him and whatnot. So, and my second trip would be to go back to like the 40s or 50s, back in Lucy's time. I'm wearing my Lucille Ball sweatshirt right now. I love this shirt so much. I got it off Amazon. To go back to the 40s or 50s and hopefully meet Lucille Ball because she's my idol, and it kills me that I've never lived in the world that she was alive in because she died the year before I was born. But, I would die to have a chance to meet Lucy. So one day in heaven, hopefully not for a long, 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 long time, but when I get to heaven, I will be chasing her down. Watch out, Lucy. I'm coming for ya. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Have a kid. Because having kids is crazy. Just putting that out there. If you could have dinner with one person, living or dead, who would it be and why? I'm gonna have to say my dad. I would love to go back and just eat some of his delicious barbecue with him again and just laugh about the dumbest stuff and put Roseanne on or Cops or America's Most Wanted or any of our shows and just sit down and eat and talk about everything. And yeah, so I would choose my dad. If you could speak one language, what would it be? I definitely want to learn French. I think it's like the prettiest language to speak. I know the alphabet in French, but, and I think I can count a little bit in French, but I don't remember a whole lot. I only took like half a semester in 7th grade when we had to like try out all of the different extracurricular classes to see what you would want to take for 8th grade or high school or whatever. Morning person or night owl? I am a night owl. I hate mornings. I hate the sun. I love the moon. I am just not a morning person. I don't want anything to do with mornings. Just leave me alone, you know? How tall are you? I am 5'3". Have you ever met any celebrities? Technically, I didn't like meet a celebrity, but I got my picture taken with the original singer from 3 Days Grace back when they came for Point Fest. I stood in line all day long waiting for every single band that was playing on, like, headlining on the stage to be interviewed. And the very last band, because they were like the main headliner, was 3 Days Grace. And I was like, I didn't know how to say anything to him. I was just like taking pictures like crazy. And the friend that I was with like yelled to Adam for me, and he was like, "Hey Adam, she's been waiting here all day just to see you. Can she get a picture with you?" And they all lifted me up and I got a picture with him and his head touched my head. And it was the most amazing experience of my life. And of course, when I was up there, I was like, "I love you." Like, I just didn't know what else to say to him. And I had him sign my t-shirt and my phone case. So that was pretty cool. That was a really cool experience. I wish I would have had them lift me up to get a picture with Jacoby from Papa Roach because I love him too. But my main concern was Adam, and I made it happen, and it was amazing. How old are you? I am 29 years old, even though I look 12. Do you have any siblings? I have an older brother and an older sister. I am the youngest. What did you last eat? I ate one of those like buffalo chicken sticks from Quick Trip. It's like this stick of chicken and it has cheese inside the chicken and it's like rolled in this crunchy buffalo stuff. I don't know how else to explain it, but they're really, really, really good. What's one of your pet peeves? When people talk to me in the morning, like first thing when I wake up, like, you should know I'm not a morning person. So do not try to hold a conversation with me in the morning, especially before I have my Dr. Pepper. Like, just don't talk to me, please. It drives me crazy. What is one item on your bucket list? I think the main thing that's like actually doable would be to see the ocean. I've never seen the ocean. I'm dying to see the ocean. I want to be on a real beach. I want to take my kid. I just want to make all kinds of family memories, and I don't know. I've heard so many like magical things about the beach, and I just want to go. I want to experience it. What's your best physical feature? To me, my best physical feature is my eyes. I have green eyes, and I love that about myself. What's your star sign and your Chinese sign? I am the Cancer, the crab, for my star sign, and I believe in the Chinese signs, I am the year of the horse. What's your dream car? Well, even though I don't drive, I'm still dying for a Jeep, preferably like the Rubicon style, or just like one of the newer Jeep Wranglers. I'm obsessed with them. I love how they look. I hate the older style Jeeps, like the Jeep Cherokee. Ooh, I don't know what it is. Like it doesn't look like a real Jeep to me. I want a real badass looking Jeep. Your favorite drink? Dr. Pepper, but if I don't have my Dr. Pepper, I usually have an amp on hand, which is what I'm drinking right now. Your favorite book? I have a lot of favorite books. I haven't read really lately in a while at all, but I would say Love Lucy by Lucille Ball. It's her autobiography that she wrote. It's really good. If you like Lucy at all, I highly recommend it because you get to hear everything from her point of view, and it's amazing, and I plan on reading it over and over again. What is your favorite color? Black, gray, pink, and teal. Favorite sport to watch? Hockey. I am so ready for hockey to come back. Like, I got more into it last year than I did, like, ever before. And not just because my St. Louis Blues finally won, for the first time in history, the Stanley Cup. We are the Stanley Cup champions, and it is the most amazing thing in the world. Like, after the year I have had, it made my year so much better. And it just makes me look so much more forward to hockey because of how well we did. We went from being in last place, like with no chance of even going to the playoffs, to number one and being the champions. So sorry, Boston fans out there, but the Blues kicked your ass. Who are your favorite fictional characters? Pretty much anybody from Gilmore Girls, Lorelai, Luke, Rory, Suki, like you name it, anybody from Gilmore Girls, and then of course Lucy Ricardo, Ricky Ricardo, Ethel Mertz, Fred Mertz. You get the drift. Who is your celebrity crush? If I had to narrow it down to just one person, I mean, I've got a lot of celebrity crushes. I'm going to do two because one's a musician and one is an actor, so they're different. The actor, I would say The Rock, because he just seems like such a humble, down-to-earth, truly nice guy. He's got amazing teeth. I love his skin color. Oh my god. And his muscles. Oh my god. I just freaking love him so much. And then singer-wise, I've got to go with Billy Joe from Green Day. There's something about him. I love a man that can pull off eyeliner. I love his dark hair. He's also got green eyes. And it's so rare to see people with green eyes. My fiance and my son both have green eyes, just like me. But I swear it's so hard to find other people that have green eyes. I've always encountered people with blue eyes or brown eyes. Maybe hazel, I don't know. But I'm a sucker for green eyes. 3 fears you have. Dying. I've never really been afraid of heights, but I kind of am now, which is really weird. So I guess I'll say heights. No, because it's not really heights, but like a fear of mine is like being on a roller coaster and having it like derail or, kill us some way. And roller coasters are like really high up in the air, so it's kind of the height thing. So like death, roller coaster accident, or snakes, because snakes are a big nope to me. No. Mm-mm. If you like snakes and you own a snake, stay the hell away from me. If you could have the answer to any question, what would it be? Why my dad? Why my dad? Why did it have to happen to my dad? What What did God need him for that he couldn't have left him on this earth a little longer? I just want to know. Because my dad was such a good person, and God knows I still need him in my life, and he took him from me. So I'm a little bitter about that, but that's the answer I want. Why my dad? What traits or habits do you wish you didn't have? I wish I didn't pick at my psoriasis so much. I hate it, but it's like it's there and it's itchy as all hell. Like right now I'm scratching my back and I'm trying not to. I especially hate when I mess with my psoriasis like on my forehead and stuff because obviously that's really visible and I don't know. I try not to. Traits? I don't know. Is anxiety a trait that you have? Because if it is, I wish I didn't have anxiety or depression. Those are two things I suffer from, and it's really hard to deal with, but it is what it is, and I wish I didn't have them. Do you think life is harder or easier than when you were young? Oh, it's harder. It is so much harder. I wish I was a kid again. Like, being a kid, it was so easy. Like, you want to grow up so bad when you're a kid, and then when you're an adult, you're just like, why? Why did I want to grow up and be a freaking adult? All it is stressful and sad, and it's just, I miss being a kid. I really do. What are you most proud of? I'm just going to say my kid, you know. I mean, even on his bad days, I'm still proud of him. He's a really good kid. He's just having some troubles lately. He's testing me a lot. He's not listening, and it's really hard to try potty training him, even though he's going to be 4. It's a struggle. We're struggling right now, but I'm still proud of him. I'm proud that I made him, you know, like I'm proud of anything that has to do with him. How long did you date your husband before kissing him? Well, that's a funny story. We dated for probably 4 months before we kissed. And who had to initiate it? Who had to initiate it? Should have been him, right? No. It was me. I got sick of waiting. I got so sick and tired of waiting for him to freaking kiss me that I made the move. Shouldn't have had to do that, but I did. And now look at us. We've been engaged for 6 years. Been together for 7 years. Jackass. What TV show are you currently loving? Gilmore Girls. I am back to binging it. I am obsessed. I love Gilmore Girls. And we're getting to the point where like Luke and Lorelai are starting to kind of realize that they've got feelings for each other, and that's just like my favorite thing of all time, so I'm really excited. The only thing is Logan is shortly coming into the picture, and I hate Logan, as I've stated before in a video. I just wish Logan would go away and he wasn't even in the show at all. But whatever, can't change history. What makes you laugh the hardest and why? Oh no, who makes you laugh the hardest and why? My sister, my brother, my friend Christine, and my best friend Lindsay. And why? Because they're funny. I don't know. Like, between all of us, like, we all have so many inside jokes with each other, and like I could say one word to Lindsay and we would just both start cracking up, and you know, just stuff like that. I don't know. What was the best trip you ever took? Considering I haven't really been anywhere, I'm gonna have to say Nashville, although I'm hoping to take another trip that trumps Nashville, but for now I'm gonna say Nashville. Me and my friend found Toby Keith's artist studio, so what we thought we found Toby Keith. Like, we thought we would see him come out of there, and we kind of stalked that building for a little while, and he never came out, so that kind of sucked. But Nashville's really cool. It's really fun. What are 5 things you couldn't live without? Dr. Pepper, my phone, my glasses, oh, I'm getting tired. Food, I can't narrow it down to like a specific food. And Starbucks. I say that because I do crave it once in a while. I don't get it hardly ever, maybe once a month if I'm lucky. But I still like knowing that they're there. Would you rather know that you had 3 months to live or die suddenly? That one kind of hits home. I think I would rather know that I had 3 months left to live because then, you know, if you had beef with anybody, you can make amends with them. You could tell your family how much they mean to you. Spend as much time with everybody as you can. Stuff like that, like kind of like with my dad. You know, we spent as much time with him as possible. We made sure to tell him how much we loved him all the time. And I don't know, I just think it would, as much as it sucks knowing that it's coming, I think it's better than it just suddenly happening. What is the saddest you've ever felt? Right now? I mean, I'm not like super sad right now, but you know, just with my dad's passing and everything, I've never felt this down before. What is your dream career? Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and that's always kind of been like a dream of mine. But if I could have any job in the world, I think it would be like a forensic scientist or something along those lines because I just think it's so fascinating. Would you rather only be able to shout for the rest of your life or only be able to whisper for the rest of your life? I talk loud as it is, but I think I would rather only be able to whisper for the rest of my life because it also makes it funnier. I don't know why, it just does. What size shoe do you wear? 6.5, usually in tennis shoes, depending on the brands, but typically I'm a 6.5. If Captain America and Thor got into a fight, who would win? I'm not like a huge Marvel fan. I mean, I love superheroes and stuff, don't get me wrong. But between the two of them, I am not a Thor person at all, so I'm going to have to go with Captain America. Thor just doesn't do it for me. My friend has like the biggest crush on him, and I don't know. I think Chris Evans is way cuter, but I also think that he could whoop Thor's bootay. Chocolate and strawberries or chocolate and raspberries? Strawberries because I absolutely hate raspberries. I wish I liked them. I've tried them. I've tried raspberry like sauce. I've tried actual raspberries. Oh, they're gross. I hate them. Favorite memory from last year and favorite from this year so far. My favorite memory from last year. Maybe when my dad took me to get my new glasses. It's silly to say, but that was like before he was sick or anything, and it was just kind of cool to go with him, and he let me pick out whatever glasses I wanted. He knew that I needed them, and it was fun going with him and everything, so I'm just going to say that that's my favorite memory from last year. And then this year so far, the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup. It's still, like, I'm in a sweatshirt and I've got goosebumps and chills because it just gets me every time that we actually finally won the Stanley Cup. So that's the best memory from this year. What are you craving right now? any kind of food. I'm starving right now and I have no idea what to eat. I don't know if I feel like making ramen noodles or just making like a rice packet or eating cereal or what, but I'm starving and I want to eat something. Least favorite makeup item you've ever tried. Sorry, I got interrupted there. Where was I? Your least favorite makeup item you've ever tried. I don't know, actually. I would say the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics, and I only hated it because it was so thick and it made my under eyes look gross and cakey and disgusting, so I'm gonna go with that. Your favorite movie right now? I have not been in the mood to watch movies. I've been more so binging my TV shows. But my favorite movie right now is Detective Pikachu. It was really cute. It was really funny. It was adorable. I am obsessed with Pikachu. Most overrated song you've heard recently. I don't know about recently, but I just say anything by Taylor Swift is overrated because I hate Taylor Swift. I think she sucks. What advice would you give yourself in school last year and now? Advice I would give myself in school, actually do your work, actually try, apply yourself, because I knew I was smart enough, I just didn't want to do the work, I didn't want to be there, I hated school so much, which is why I dropped out in the first place, and also that guys don't matter, guys are not important, don't worry about getting a boyfriend, things like that. Advice for last year, talk to your dad as much as possible because life is short and his time is coming to an end, and so make sure you talk to him as much as you possibly can. Advice I can give myself right now. To go get my little kid back to sleep here and to get something to eat because I'm starving. And your favorite emoticon? I like the laughing face with like the little tears, but I also like the one with the heart eyes and the one that's blowing, stop. The one that's blowing like the heart kiss. I love that one. Or the one with the, I like that one. If you were a Disney princess, who would you be and why? I would probably be Belle because I love to read like Belle. We both have brown hair. We both love our dads. And I don't know. I would choose Belle. If Alden was a Disney character, who would he be? He would be Stitch because Stitch is crazy. He is crazy. Yeah, he would be Stitch. Favorite thing about your spouse and something that drives you crazy? My favorite thing about him is how hard he works. He works really, really hard for his family, us, and doesn't really complain about it too much. Something that drives me crazy is that he says he's going to do something and doesn't do it. Like, he'll say, I'm going to go to the gym, and then he won't go. Or, you know, just something stupid like that. But it's just really annoying, you know? Like, just follow through with what you're going to say. Or what you say you're going to do. My least favorite Disney movie. Probably The Lion King. Probably get a lot of hate for that, but The Lion King has never been one of my favorite movies. A YouTuber you don't like and your favorite. I don't... I don't like Jaclyn Hill. I don't hate her. She comes off as being so fake to me. So I'm just going to have to say I don't like Jaclyn Hill, and my favorite YouTuber of all time, I would say, is a tie between Leanne Says and Casey Holmes. Pumpkin pie or pecan? Pumpkin. Pecan pie is disgusting. I've never tried it, but it looks nasty, and I won't even touch it with a stick. And is there any more? What's a trend you tried to like but couldn't? I would have to say crop tops. I could do a crop top if it's not like super duper cropped. Like if I had like something high-waisted on and the shirt was like cropped just where you could see like the high-waisted part of the pants, if that makes sense. But like an actual crop top that like, you know, stops right here, like, no, I'm not into that. I don't want to show off my stomach like that. So yeah, those were all of the questions that I had. I don't know how I got interrupted by my kid there, but I did. And my phone's telling me that I'm reaching the limit for the size of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any more questions that you want to know the answers to, just leave them down below and I will do another Q&A eventually. And I will see you guys. As I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted by my video cutting off, I will see you guys in my next video.